Hey everybody, Brett Corrieri here today. I'm going to show you how to make Moxie Jerky. Yes, John Human, you can make this for yourself. Obviously you start off with some great flank steak, and we'll go over all that in a bit. List of ingredients coming for you right now. Alright, first you start off with flank steak. We're going to do the recipe for half a flank steak, so this is obviously a full one. We're going to cut it in half, about 3/4 of a pound. And then we have 1 ounce of tamari or soy sauce. We have 1 ounce of honey. We have some bourbon smoked salt. We have Spanish smoked pimenton. And this stuff here is really special. This is from my sister-in-law, Leela. This came from Thailand. It's her family's special recipe of Thai dried chilies. And I say just substitute with any kind of crushed red pepper you can, or get to know my friend Leela. Then we have some balsamic vinegar, aged balsamic vinegar, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. We're going to do some sugar cubes and black pepper, and then of course the Moxie. So here we go. First thing, you want to get your flank steak kind of cold first so it's easier to slice, or have your butcher slice it into strips about 1/8 inch thick, 1/4 inch thick. Alright, so make sure that you slice with the grain on this so you get that really good texture that you love with jerky. And we will just set this up on the speed cut, and I'll catch you at the end. And we'll save the other half to make a different style of jerky because my wife doesn't like Moxie. I married her anyway. Alright, first thing I did was I took that honey and I put it in the microwave so it will pour better. And that is fine. And I will take the bourbon smoked salt, the soy sauce, the pimenton, and Leela's secret family recipe of Thai chilies. We've got our balsamic, the mix of the garlic powder and onion powder. We're going to add about 1 teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Make sure it's fresh. And you can measure it out if you want. I've done this enough now that I finally know pretty much what a teaspoon is. We're going to do 3 sugar cubes, so that's maybe about a teaspoon and a half of sugar. And then the all-important Moxie. I'm going to mix this up till it's fully combined and that sugar starts to dissolve. And once that's all done, we're going to put the meat in there and let it go for 24 hours. We let that mix up well. Put it in a Ziploc bag, the whole thing. And that's where it will marinate overnight. I want to get all the air out that I can, so there's as much of the meat is in contact at all time. And then, to be safe, put it in something else before you put it in your fridge. Otherwise, your wife will get really mad and make you clean it up. So we're going to put this in the fridge about overnight. Tomorrow morning we'll go ahead and take that out, dry it off, and put it in the dehydrator. See you then. Welcome back. We are ready to go. The meat has been marinating overnight in Ziploc bags inside of a pan in the refrigerator. You want that pan there in case it leaks so your wife doesn't get mad at you. We're going to lay them on the racks for the dehydrator, and here we go. Alright, now remember, laying out, you want to have as much airflow around them as possible. And there are a few things that you also want to be aware of when you have these in the dehydrator. We use an Excalibur dehydrator. It's the only one I've ever used, so I have no recommendations otherwise. It's done us just fine. You want to leave enough space between them so there's plenty of airflow. And that is about it for right now. Keep watching and we'll speed this up for you. All right, now that we're all trayed up, see how I left the air gaps around it? We're going to put it in the Excalibur dehydrator for about 155 degrees for 4 to 6 hours. And there's one important part you can't forget, and that's to blot the fat that comes on the surface every once in a while with a paper towel. Otherwise, it won't dehydrate properly. And we will see you after they're done for a taste test. All right, we took these out after 6 hours, and what we've ended up with are great jerky that is dry to the touch. It bends, but it doesn't break. And now the next most important step, I think, finally, is how do you store it? If you make a small batch, it probably won't last you very long because you'll eat it all, but we made a big batch here, so we're storing ours in Mylar bags that have a zip top, which is really nice because you don't have to have a heat seal gun. And they're 8.5 by 8 3/4 inches, and then we use these oxygen absorbers inside, and that prevents us from having a cryo vacuum. Get all these at discountmylarbags.com, and we love getting these there. And then just pack them up. Convenient size. As they shrink down, they'll fit just in this size here. Just load them up and enjoy. And any questions? Check the website, brettchef.com. Hope you enjoy.